welcome, players and fans, to our first episode of Table Knights Tabletop Pokemon, our homebrew Pokemon D&D adventure. I'm Tyler Malter, your DM, and with me as always is...
John Reed.
And...
Sean Murphy.
And introducing...
Zachary Burks.
So, let's go around the table first. You guys have your character sheets in front of you. You have chosen your classes, which each person has their own occupation, gives them special perks, so you'll talk about that. And then we'll start breaking down a little bit more detail on the character sheets, and then we're going to roll for all of our stats and see how cool our characters are. So, first we will start with John. John, what is your character's name, and tell us about them?
So my character's name is Ilana Musk. I'm a 16-year-old female from Lumio City. I'm the Ranger Researcher class, Lawful Good Alignment. So the Researcher class, Cool. Oh.
Yeah, he's from a whole nother world.
Cool.
Compared to you guys.
Welcome.
He's seen Pokemon you haven't even thought about yet.
Good job, Foreman. Some shit, man. So the Researcher class is built to understand Pokemon and the world in which they live, to gather knowledge and to use that knowledge for the benefit of society. Good. Yeah, greater good. So the more I know about Pokemon and the world in which they exist, the better. It goes to help science, medicine, the history of Pokemon, just those kinds of things I'm super interested in.
Sure. And you touched on your proficiencies, which are...
History and medicine, yeah.
History and medicine.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you'll be able to craft potions easier than other people and know about the area you're in, even though you're from another continent.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All right, Sean, what do we have for you?
I am Cliff Bridges, and I am also 16, and I'm a male from Pewter City. And I am a Pokemon Ranger. Pokemon Rangers are more attuned in adventuring and nature. They tend to sort of drive with right and wrong and sort of protecting Pokemon and protecting people within the world. My little buddy is he never met his father, so his father was a very well-known Pokemon Ranger in the city.
What was his name?
Jeff.
Jeff Bridges?
That's what I'm told.
Okay.
So I never met him, but he was a very accomplished Pokemon Ranger. So my mom runs the store in Pewter City, and that's how we made it by. But I've gotten the opportunity to strike out on my own now. I'm the ripe old age of 16, and I want to follow in my father's footsteps and hopefully travel the world to meet people that knew him and learn more about him.
Sure. You know, in your father's day, 10-year-olds were able to go on adventures. How ridiculous is that?
Yeah, he always loved to watch this same TV show of kids walking on railroad tracks, and he felt like it was time to go.
Yep. So, Zach, what is your character, and tell us about them?
My character's name is Shasta Claire. She's 16, from Lavender Town. And she is the trainer class. And essentially what that is Pokemon are like my best friend. So we go out, we do whatever we want.
Get trashed at the ripe old age of 16.
Only on Sundays.
That's so weird. Okay.
He's out sniffing berries.
Well, it's the perfect time. Everyone in Lavender Town's like freaking out about ghosts and they stay indoors, but we go and party.
Sure.
But yeah, I'm lawful neutral. My proficiencies are Pokemon communication, because, well, when you're in a ghost town, you kind of hear some things.
Sure.
And sometimes people don't know if you're a little up there or if you actually are seeing a ghost.
Oh.
But I'm also proficient in nature, too, because I feel like you need to understand this stuff. So being 16 and being out on my own, I hope to find or have a Pokemon that we can both pretty much understand the weird realities of our world, and maybe find some new things to discover.
Sure. Sean, we didn't, or Cliff Bridges, we didn't go over your proficiencies.
I am proficient in exploring,
Uh-huh.
which is used for exploring.
Nailed it.
And I explore nature,
Yeah.
which is why everything everywhere I'm proficient at.
Sure. Perfect.
Literally.
Okay. So, to begin today, welcome all people of the world of Pokemon. You guys are sitting at your high school graduation. You have just completed high school. Each of you has been awarded the valedictorian spot, but the way that the high school does it is they give it out for different types of Pokemon professions, and then as well as the basic things. So if you're really good at math, you are the valedictorian of math. You are the number one top student in that category.
Which was me.
Each of you have actually been elected, and you have tested well, and you are each number one in your respective classes. Ilana
Yeah.
is
Yes.
Don't start that
please don't do that. If you do that, you do it for the rest.
Don't start that now.
So, Ilana, you are the highest scoring student in the Pokemon Researcher Program, and as such, you have been set on the stage instead of with your peers in the crowd. The same goes for you, Mr. Cliff.
Yes?
Jesus. So, Cliff, you have been chosen as the number one ranger in the school. You took field ecology like all 4 years of high school, and you just really liked it. So.
My character's very frustrated right now. Horrifyingly frustrated.
Also sat next to Ilana on stage with the principal.
All I see are curtains.
Because the curtains haven't gone up yet?
No.
Are you sitting backwards in your chair?
I don't know, but all I see are curtains.
Okay.
Dirt on your face.
And what was your character's name again, Zach?
Shasta.
Shasta. Okay.
Like the Coke.
Okay. Shasta. So, Shasta, you were the number one trainer, and you were able to actually teach some moves to the class pets of the school that are around to help do different things.
Teachers were not happy afterwards.
Yeah, there's a Mr. Mime that does light janitorial work and things like that. So you were able to have a little bit of fun, but you were chosen and you scored high enough that you are the number one trainer in your class. So you're familiar with it, but the listeners out there are not. Each year, the top students of every high school are given special prizes from Ballcorp, the creators of the Pokeball. Ballcorp is world-renowned. They create Pokeballs and export them to all regions, including the region that Ilana is originally from. So Pokeballs are throughout this world, and they all come from the Ballcorp factory that is in Celadon City? Is that where Slivko was?
No, that was Saffron.
Saffron. Okay, Saffron City. It's the big city. That's where Ballcorp is located, and they export Pokeballs all around the world. And they are also heavily aligned with a group called the Collective. And the Collective is a research team that is world-renowned as well, and they have their hand in every region. They sponsor a lot of major events, including the Kanto Pokemon League that there is in Kanto. They are very prim and proper people, and they handle all of the day-to-day activities of what Ballcorp would do. So in this instance, they are important because they have been the ones to transport the Pokeballs filled with Pokemon that they captured to your graduation, and are now standing on the other side of the stage with you and your principal and the other three students that ranked highly in that placed second. They are the other, not valedictorian, but the other one.
The salutatorian.
Sure, thank you. That's exactly what I needed. Thank you.
Is that real?
There's always room for a salutatorian. Yes.
So, those three are sitting next to you. They will each pick after the valedictorians pick. So the three of you have first dibs on the Pokemon. So just to finish setting the scene, they are standing by the collective. The people from the collective are standing by a table on the other side of the stage with the 6 Pokeballs in front of you, and they are waiting to tell you a little bit about each Pokeball as each of you have your opportunity to stand up. So the principal finishes his big address, and you can do anything, including being the best, like no one ever was. Yeah. So everyone claps and woo, and they don't throw their hats yet, but everyone's taking their hats off. They're ready to go, and the principal says, "And now, of course, to finish off our graduation ceremony, I have the 3 valedictorians in the Pokemon Professions classes that will be choosing their Pokemon today. First up," and I need all of you to roll initiative. Just give me a D20 roll, and we will find out who gets to pick their Pokemon first.
15, 10, 19.
Who got 19?
Whoop, whoop.
Shasta. First up will be Shasta, who finished top in her class in the trainer program, and she will get to choose from one of our 6 Pokemon brought to you by Ballcorp and the Collective.
I'm so excited.
So, Shasta, you get to pick your Pokemon.
I'm so nervous.
Oh man.
Good news, bad news.
They're all Pidgeys.
They're all Pidgeys.
And one of them is fainted.
You
All
are
the time.
you are not going to be picking from Pokemon that, say, Ash and Gary choose from. You will be choosing from. You stand up and walk over to the other side of the counter, or other side of the stage, and you're now standing in front of a table with 6 Pokeballs, all held up on little stands. And a woman from the collective who's standing on the left side of the table, the man on the right side. The woman starts speaking, and she points to the 3 in front of her, and she says, "A male Nidoran, a Rhydon, a Magnemite." Or Rhyhorn, yes, sorry. Yeah, Rhyhorn. A Magnemite. And then the man continues right where she picks up. A Poliwag, an Ammonite, and a Cubone.
Those are all really good.
The choice is yours. For the fans out there, those are all randomly selected. I rolled the D100 and assigned each basic Pokemon that could have been an option to them, and they are all completely random, but I think they're a good selection. So, Shasta, which Pokemon do you choose to be your partner for your entire life and your adventures?
I have to say the Poliwag.
Poliwag it is. So you walk over and the Poliwag's in front of the man. So the man picks up the Poliwag and he hands you a Pokeball, which a lot of us have played with plastic Pokeballs in our lives, so we like to think that they're light, but you feel that Pokeball in your hand, and it's hefty. It is a heavy Pokeball that has the entire essence of your new best friend, Poliwag. So, you guys will all have an opportunity later on. Of course, you just got a Poliwag for free.
It's going to be my best friend.
Absolutely it is. And it's going to be a Poliwhirl or a Politoed. We don't know.
Oh, I'm going to tell you what it's going to be.
Yeah, we don't know. So, you take your Poliwag, and with your Poliwag, underneath it, they hand you the Pokeball and slip you a little piece of paper. That piece of paper is your details of your Poliwag. Welcome to being a trainer. The person from the collective says, "We hope that we see you among the greats at the end of the Pokemon League." Brought to you by Ballcorp and the collective. And then allow you to take your seat. Who rolled second highest between Cliff and Ilana?
The beauty among us.
Ilana it is. So, Ilana gets to choose next.
I push my glasses up.
So, just as you stand up and walk over, in the shuffle of you standing up and Shasta sitting down, collective unbeknownst to the rest of the group, because everyone's paying attention to Shasta sitting and clapping for her, they moved the balls perfectly so that there's now perfectly 5 on the table.
Oh, that's good. I love that.
Yeah. They're very, very clean and neat.
I'm a little anal about the order of things.
Did you just want to say anal?
But, no, I didn't.
So, the female points at the first ball. A male Nidoran. A Rhyhorn. Together, the male and female say, a Magnemite.
Okay.
And then the male continues speaking, an Ammonite and a Cubone.
I think we're going to go Nidoran male.
No!
Oh.
Someone wants to be a Nido King. Would you like to name your male Nidoran? Did you already choose what your name was going to be?
Cliff Bridges. Just kidding.
That would have been great. So, Ilana goes and sits down with her brand new Pokeball in hand.
And I just
A
Cliff and be like, what?
male Nidoran inside.
I do not clap for her.
Okay. Cliff, as the head of the Ranger class,
That's me.
it is now your choice, but
Cliff Holt!
because you didn't clap for your classmate, we're actually going to skip you
What?
and let the 4th place person.
Jesus crap!
No, we're not going to do that. But we all saw you not clap for your team, for your classmate.
Well, nobody else at the table said they did clap for their teammate. So,
Yeah, but you explicitly said that you didn't.
yeah,
So
I did.
just saying.
For the record.
Absolutely.
We will
So
not let
as
go.
you stand up and walk over to the table where the 4 Pokeball are in front of you, the collective has shuffled them all down. To remind you, Rhyhorn, Magnemite, Ammonite, and Cubone are your 4 choices.
I run across the table and I point over at Ilana.
and
I stuff it in my bra.
okay.
I absolutely pick the Cubone.
Cubone it
I clap
is.
It's a shiny Cubone.
Oh.
No, it's not a shiny.
Can I roll for it?
Yes, absolutely. So we're gonna roll knowledge to see if you know whether it's no.
I know.
We're
4!
yeah, that's
Yes!
not a shiny
It's
Cubone.
shiny Cubone.
Okay, not a shiny Cubone is what I said.
Okay.
And that is where we will end.
Oh,
Dun, dun,
there it is.
dun, dun, dun,
Tune in
dun,
next
dun.
time to find out.
So this was the first episode of Tabletop Pokemon. I'm again your DM, Tyler Malter. You can find me on Twitter at TJMalt421. You can find John Reed at,
John Reed Art.
and you can find Sean Murphy at,
Chuck Bonsai.
and you can find
One.
Zach Burke at.
Burke's Works.
Perfect. Check out our Facebook page, Table Night Productions, and you can find us on our website, tablenight.com, and we will be posting all of our Pokemon D&D episodes on that site. And then you can also find us on YouTube with our channel name is Table Night Productions. So thank you very much, and we will
Three.
see you next week.